Yes, Codex almost melted my phone down. Incredible, but it almost did it. What happened, you may ask? Well, I was doing an integration of the AI, this part here. And I was really happy. Everything was going good. Like, yeah, it worked. Took more time than I wished, but yeah, it worked. And also, this is the V2 money making layer that I was talking about in a previous video that I was about to release. It is already released. It has 3 days. 3 days ago, it was approved. So what I did is I put the ability of making links here, and now you can link tag. You can create a tag and link a tag. You can create anything that you have created in tasks, in everywhere in the software. You can link to a journal, and then yeah, you can journal about it, and done, right? So if you create a task, you go here, create a task, whatever task. Let's put yeah, save. You go back to journal. Now you linked it, and now you have a task to link, and it's linked, basically, right? And then tags. Well, you go here, you create a tag. I don't know, family, create, and now basically you can add a tag here. Done. And now everything is sorted by all the journals that you make are sorted by the tags, right? And that layer was supposed to feed the AI, and the AI understand what you're doing inside the app and give you context. This is using well, the idea is to use in the end Apple Intelligence, but it's not available right now. It's gonna be available in iOS 27. So, but well, I did it all just to put it in there when it is available. Right now, I'm using Quen.5, I think it is, but I started using Quen.1.9 or 1.8, I think it is the version, the bigger model of the smaller models that you can have inside the localized phone. But then came Codex, and I wasn't usually I what I do is that I establish the structure of the files first, and I just tell Codex what to put inside each file. For some reason, I got overconfident on Codex abilities, and I just prompted Codex to install the AI, and then I started prompting Codex to tweak the AI to make it work, because you have to tweak it a lot to make it work. Some things are system stated, some things go to the AI, but most things go through a system review first. And but as I was prompting and prompting and prompting Codex about it, then this happened, and suddenly my phone almost melted down. It literally shut down itself like 3 times. It was blazing hot. I had to wait a few minutes for it to cool down and then restart it up, because I wasn't using the simulator. I don't like to use it. Usually I don't use the simulators. I use the phone, because the simulator, it will function. Things won't work as they work in the phone, right? Yeah, it almost melted my phone down. And then I started looking into the why of these things, right? Why is this happening? Because this had never happened, and I thought that it was the model, that it was too big for the phone to handle. But what happened is that usually this structure that I do in Codex, this structure here, I do this actually. Codex doesn't do this. Codex has the bad habit of putting code in one single file, and sometimes it will create other files. But it was using home view, and right now it's 400 lines. It went up to about 10,000 lines of code. What happens is that when the software is reading, it's running itself, and it's trying to parsing things to the AI, it will read the whole file. And so this obviously creates a usage of memory that it's bad for the phone. It really heats it up. And then on top of that, Codex was putting instructions over instructions over instructions, so it got into a loop. It got into many loops inside the AI. Let's call it intelligence module, right? So basically, all these files that you see here, from here to here, were coded inside this view, which is the home view, and that, well, that created this mess here, and it almost fried my phone. Yeah, so lesson learned: Codex is good, but it's not that good. You need to be on top of it. If not, it's gonna mess up your phone, and you need to give it the structure of files first. So that part you need to do it yourself. So if you're a newbie and you want to vibe code something like with no code, absolutely no code, now you gotta learn some stuff here. The other thing that it was doing, it was creating JSON files all over the place instead of doing a database, which this application needs a database. So I had to refactor that all and migrate everything back into databases using GRDB. And yeah, so you cannot leave Codex alone. I mean, it needs to be babysitted. Like I said in an earlier video, Codex is great, but it's like a little baby that wants to commit suicide every once in a while. So you need to take care of it. Now, what's happening with this app? Well, I deployed this layer, which is supposed to be the money making layer, right? I changed this screen because one of the things that was implemented is that now you can collaborate in lists, and they're live shared here, which was a whole another mess because after like 2 days of trying to do this, yeah, Codex couldn't do it. So I had to go old fashioned, and I went into reading documentation, and yeah, basically I did it myself in part. But I got it working, and now it's there. So that change in the app. But right now we have 106 downloads. This was deployed 3 days ago, so we haven't seen any effect of conversions yet. Still, we have one active client. This one has a 15-day trial, so it's about 2 more people here that one more user that's maybe converts into a paying user. We would need to give it about, I don't know, 4 weeks to see if that V2 layer makes an impact on conversion. But after that, this app is getting shelved, so I'm not doing any more for this app. Just let it be and see what happens with conversions. Probably we'll get organic downloads in the future. I don't know, and we will see what happens. Now, if for whatever reason it gets conversions out of these 100 users that are actively now there, let's say that we get, I don't know, 3 or 4 more, then I'll start doing ads, like paid ads for it. But if not, it gets shelved because we're building the next one. And the idea here is to build about 6-7 apps, and then I'll take a break of building, and it will be like a month of just marketing, everything. But I wanted to have like a nice spread catalog of apps there, because in theory, what I've read, I'm new in Xcode and Swift and App Store, but what I've read is that it takes about, I don't know, 4 to 5 months for the App Store to start really pushing your app. You get a little bit of push like the first week that you release an app, and that's true. I've seen it. But supposedly that happens again like in 4 or 5 months when the app's already indexed throughout the world and whatever, right? So hopefully that will happen. So, but then again, I cannot start a marketing campaign without a money-making layer on top of it, which is the V2. Supposedly, in my perspective, that's gonna entice the users to pay. But without that, it's just throwing money. So yeah, you have to do that. And so the first 3 apps here really were all V1s. Right now, I've released the V2 for this one, Evolve, the journal. I released the V2 of this one, the fitness app, but it's in approval, it's review. It's to review. I mean, 4 reviews, so it haven't been even, it's not even in review right now. And this one, well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I have no faith in this one, even though it gets downloads every now and then, pure organic downloads. But this one was a gift, so this one doesn't count. Well, so that's like what happened, right? I almost messed up my phone, and the next video will be on the next app that we're building, which is going to be B2B. These are B2C consumer apps. I really don't have any faith on these ones. I've learned a lot, believe me. But the serious part comes with the B2B apps. Yeah, those ones cannot fail, so I needed to have like a learning curve first and then get into the B2B apps. So I'll keep you posted. Hopefully, don't make these kind of mistakes because you might fucked up your phone. And I'll see you in the next one.